You've been trying to get somewhere your whole life. School was preparation for college. College was preparation for career. Career was preparation for success. Success was preparation for something. The thing that would finally make all the preparation worth it. The arrival that would justify all the motion. You're still waiting for that arrival. Still leaning forward. Still treating now as a hallway to later. And the whole time, your whole life, you've been missing something so obvious no one thought to mention it. Life was never a journey. It was music. And you were supposed to dance, not walk, not arrive, not optimize your path or measure your progress, or calculate how far you still have to go. Dance. The way a song doesn't try to get anywhere. The way music exists not to reach its final note, but to be heard while it's playing. The way a dance isn't a means to an end, but the end itself, happening right now in the movement. If the point of music was to reach the end, the best songs would be the shortest. The greatest symphonies would be the ones that finished fastest. We'd skip to the final note and call it complete. But that's absurd. Everyone knows that's absurd when it comes to music. The point of music is the music. The point of dancing is the dancing, not what comes after, not what it leads to. The thing itself, while it's happening. So why don't we know it about life? You've been treating your life like a distance to cover, but it was always a song to move with, and you can't dance while you're walking somewhere. Watch how you move through a day. The morning is a means to the afternoon. The afternoon is a means to the evening. The evening is recovery for the next morning. Every hour points somewhere else. Every moment is in service of a future moment that will also be in service of something beyond itself. You eat while working, walk while planning, talk while waiting for your turn to speak. You're rarely where you are because you're always leaning toward where you're going. This isn't a flaw. It's what you were trained for. Finish your homework so you can play. Get through school so you can get a job. Work hard now so you can rest later. Later. Always later. The present is a toll booth on the way to a future that keeps receding as you approach it. No one told you this explicitly, but it was in everything. The gold stars for finishing, the rewards for completing, the way adults talked about retirement like it was the promised land, the place where they'd finally get to enjoy things after decades of not enjoying things. You watched them. The adults who had supposedly arrived somewhere. They didn't look like they were dancing. They looked tired. They looked like they were still waiting for something. The vacation, the weekend, the someday when they'd finally get to live the life they'd been earning. Some of them got to that someday, retired, finally free. And they didn't know what to do with themselves. They'd spent so long preparing for the destination that they'd forgotten how to be anywhere without going somewhere. They'd walked so long, they'd forgotten how to stand still. And you learned, this is what life is. A long walk toward a destination that the people ahead of you still haven't reached. A series of preparations for a moment that the prepared never seem to experience. You absorbed it like weather. The message that now is never the point. That here is just a stepping stone to there. That life is a series of preparations for a moment that never comes. You've been rehearsing for a life that never starts. The destination was a lie you were told so you'd keep moving. The music was the truth no one thought to mention. The music isn't something you create. It's not something you earn or achieve or finally become worthy of. It's not waiting for you to get your life together before it starts. It's already playing. It was playing before you were born. It will play after you're gone. Your life isn't separate from the music. Your life is part of the music. Every breath you take is a note. Every moment you experience is part of the song. You can't get to the music. You're in it. You've always been in it. The question was never how to find it. The question was how to stop walking long enough to hear what's been playing all along. You felt it. The difference. Those moments when time stopped being a resource to manage and became something else entirely. A conversation that didn't feel like it was going anywhere because going somewhere wasn't the point. An afternoon that stretched and breathed and didn't need to produce anything to matter. A walk with no destination that felt more real than everything you'd done that week. Maybe it was with a child, matching their pace instead of rushing them toward the next thing. Maybe it was alone, doing something useless and loving it. Maybe it was in the middle of something hard, grief, illness, loss, when suddenly the future stopped mattering and all that existed was now. Maybe it was simpler than that. Coffee that you actually tasted. A song you didn't skip. A moment between tasks when you forgot there were supposed to be tasks. The pause before the next thing, where you accidentally noticed you were alive. You didn't plan those moments. You fell into them. The music found you when you stopped walking long enough to hear it. In those moments, you weren't trying to get anywhere. You were just there, in the music, moving with whatever was playing. And then you caught yourself, remembered you were supposed to be doing something, felt guilty for not being productive, not advancing, not making progress toward the next checkpoint. You stepped out of the dance and back onto the path. Because the path is where responsible people live. But the path was never real. The only thing that was ever real was the dancing. This is what the achievers don't tell you. They got there. All the places you're still trying to reach. The top of the mountain, the end of the goal, the arrival at the destination. And there was nothing there. Not nothing as in emptiness. Nothing as in. It wasn't what they thought it was. The destination didn't contain what they were looking for. The arrival didn't provide what they'd been promised. They spent years climbing and found that the top was just another place to stand. Higher up, lonelier, and exactly as empty as everywhere else. The view was nice for about 10 minutes, and then they were looking around for the next peak because standing still felt like failure, because they'd built an entire identity around movement, because they didn't know how to be anywhere without already leaving for somewhere else. Some of them start over. New mountain, same logic. Thinking maybe this peak will have what the last one didn't. They keep arriving at places that keep being just places. Others stop climbing and don't know what to do with themselves. The journey was their identity. Without a destination to move toward, they feel lost. Not because they're lost, but because they never learned how to be anywhere without trying to get somewhere else. The ones who are honest will tell you, the best parts weren't the arrivals. The best parts were the moments along the way when they forgot they were going somewhere. When they got lost in the work, the people, the music of whatever was happening. When they accidentally stopped traveling and started living. They didn't find meaning at the destination. They found it in the moments when they forgot there was supposed to be one. You're not behind. You can't be behind in music. You can't be late to a dance that's happening right now. There's no catching up because there's no ahead. There's only here, only the note that's currently sounding, the beat that's currently landing, the moment that's currently being itself. All those years you think you wasted, rushing, striving, treating life like a problem to solve. The music was playing then too. You were in it even when you didn't know it, even when you were walking instead of dancing, even when you thought you were on a journey to somewhere else. The music doesn't judge, doesn't keep score, doesn't care that you spent decades walking when you could have been dancing. It just plays. It played during the walking, and it plays now. It will play tomorrow, regardless of what you do with today. There's no making up for lost time because time isn't lost. It's just time, just music, just moments that were themselves whether you were present for them or not. You can't miss your life. You can only miss that you're living it. Something shifts when you finally hear it. Not a dramatic awakening, not a moment of blinding clarity, just a quiet recognition that the music has been playing the whole time and you've been too busy walking to notice. You might hear it in the middle of an ordinary day, washing dishes, sitting in traffic, doing something you've done 1,000 times before. And suddenly, the ordinary becomes strange, not because anything changed, but because you're actually there for it. Present in a moment you would have sleepwalked through an hour ago. It doesn't last. The walking starts again. The leaning forward, the planning ahead, the treating now as a means to later. You can't force yourself to stay in the music. The moment you try to hold it, it's already gone. But you heard it. Once you've heard it, you can't unhear it completely. It's playing under everything now. Under the rushing, under the striving, under the endless preparation for a future that doesn't exist. The music is there even when you're not listening, even when you're walking instead of dancing, even when you forget. And sometimes, in the pause between tasks, in the space between breaths, in the moment before you reach for the next thing, you'll hear it again, still playing, still waiting, still not going anywhere. There's grief here, for the dinners you didn't taste because you were thinking about tomorrow. The conversations you half heard because you were planning what to say. The sunsets you saw but didn't watch. The people you were with, but not really with. For the version of yourself who was so focused on becoming that you forgot about being. Who was so busy preparing for life that you missed the life happening during the preparation. Who thought the point was somewhere ahead and spent years walking toward it while the point was underfoot the whole time. For the people who tried to tell you, who said slow down, who said enjoy this, who said you're missing it. You thought they didn't understand. You thought they weren't serious enough, weren't ambitious enough, weren't committed enough to the destination. Maybe they just heard music you couldn't hear yet. Maybe they were dancing while you were walking, and you mistook their dancing for standing still. For the years themselves, the ones that felt like means to an end. The ones you'd take back if you could, not to do differently, but to actually be present for, to taste, to hear, to move with instead of through. For the body that carried you through all that walking, the one that tried to tell you, through exhaustion, through illness, through the ache that wouldn't name itself, that this pace wasn't sustainable, that you weren't built to be a vehicle, that you were built to move with life, not race through it. The grief is real. Let it be real. It's also music, also something to move with, also part of the dance. The grief isn't a detour from the dance. It's one of its movements, one of its necessary passages. You can't skip it any more than you can skip a verse in a song and still hear the whole thing. The grief is how you learn what the music costs, what it means, what it was playing while you weren't listening. You've tried slowing down. It didn't work. Because slower is still going somewhere. And going somewhere was always the problem. This isn't about pace, it's about premise. The journey frame was the mistake, not how fast you were walking, but the fact that you were walking at all. You've tried mindfulness, tried being present, tried all the techniques designed to help you stop and smell the roses on your way to the destination. But the destination was the problem. You can't mindfully walk towards something that doesn't exist. You can't be present while you're still trying to get somewhere. The moment you try to achieve presence, you've left it. The moment you make dancing a goal, you've stopped dancing. The moment you turn this into something to get right, you're back on the path, heading somewhere, missing the music playing while you walk. That's why advice about presence never sticks. It's still the same frame, still treating life like a journey, just adjusting the speed, still assuming you're going somewhere and just need to enjoy the scenery better. But you were never supposed to be going anywhere. The music changes. It's not always the same song. Some movements are fast, some are slow, some are joyful, and some are grief. Some are so quiet you can barely hear them, and some are so loud they drown out everything else. The hard seasons are music too. The loss, the struggle, the confusion, they're not interruptions in the song. They're part of it. You don't have to dance joyfully when the music is sorrowful. You don't have to pretend the minor key is major. But you can be there, in it, not rushing toward the part where it gets better, not waiting for this movement to end so the next one can begin. Just here, in whatever is playing, even when what's playing is hard. Some music asks you to move slowly. Some asks you to be still. Some asks you to just breathe while it passes through you. The dance isn't always motion. Sometimes the dance is presence. Sometimes it's just letting the music play without trying to get to the next song. That's different from enduring. Enduring is waiting for it to be over. Being here is letting it be what it is while it's happening. One keeps you walking towards somewhere else. The other lets you finally stop. The music is playing right now. It's been playing your whole life. Through every arrival that felt empty. Through every destination that dissolved when you reached it. Through every moment you rushed past on your way to somewhere that didn't exist. It was playing when you were a child, before you learned that life was a journey. It was playing during all the years you spent walking. It was playing in the moments you missed, and the moments you caught, and the moments you'll never remember because you weren't there for them. It's playing in this breath, in this room, in the fact of you being here at all, reading these words, still alive, still in the middle of a song that hasn't ended yet. You don't have to do anything with this. Don't have to turn it into a practice or a principle or another destination to reach. The music doesn't need you to understand it, doesn't need you to get it right, doesn't need anything from you at all. It's just playing. It's been playing the whole time. You don't have to know how to dance. You just have to stop walking. What if the whole point was never to get somewhere, but to finally hear what's been playing all along?